Photographs Deconstructed with Simon Q. Walden.
This shot down a corridor was a nightmare in terms of light and colour balance. There's actually natural light, two different types of artificial light going up and down this corridor, combined with which the natural light is right at this open end, which means the corridor itself was quite dark. The colour versions of these images just don't work because there's just too much mismatch between the disparate light sources. Now, again, if you've got more time, then you'd go in, you'd take some of the light sources out, swap the bulbs for something that was colour balanced, do some other faff. We had about 5 minutes to do this shoot. That was not going to be an option at all. I couldn't use flashlight down here, studio strobe, because the corridor is too long and the light would have faded out to darkness by the time it reached the far end. Coupled with the basic problem is there's nowhere really to put a studio strobe that wouldn't introduce shadows in the wrong places. So I really liked Tillie's posing in that doorway, and I wanted to use that, and I liked these receding vertical lines running behind her as a great way of making Tillie stand out. So the only way I was going to make this work was to make this a monochrome image. And just a little tip here, if you're shooting RAW and JPEG, you can set your picture style to monochrome, which means that what you see on the electronic viewfinder, on your chimp screen, on the back of the camera is in monochrome. And that can give you a very quick idea of whether it's working or not. But your RAW file will still contain all the color information. Just don't mess it up. Don't apply that if you're just shooting JPEGs, because you won't have any color information at all. So sometimes, you have to recognize you cannot get a color image that black and white is the only way you're going to go. And it happens less often in reverse, that when you really want a black and white, the color one doesn't work, but often one or the other will be stronger, but it's less common for a color image not to work when what you saw it as a black and white. It's more common for a color image not to work, and it has to be black and white.
To find out more, go to FilmPhotoAcademy.com. Subscribe now for regular updates.